This is the SIMGOT EW300 Hybrid IEM with a dynamic driver, planar, and a piezoelectric driver, each with different jobs to bring you a specific tonality. And please note that I will not be too analytical on this review, and my focus is to go over more of my experience with sound in terms of gaming. If you're after a detailed saucy review, I recommend you check out other videos on this. By the way, thanks to the SIMGOT team for sending one unit over for this review. To start off, we have here the standard version of the EW300. You have the option for the DSP or the HBB version. I'm unsure how each of those sound, especially the DSP version, but anyways, box contents include the IEMs, cable, ear tips, extra tuning filters, and accessories, plus you also get a zipper bag, so that was cool. Ear tips are nothing fancy, but based on my left ear irregularity, I had to swap them out with my own ear tips that suit my ears best. Nozzle size is 6 mils, by the way, for those wondering. The cable feels really high quality and is silver plated, plus this does not tangle easily, so that was a good touch. The most interesting box content here is the extra tuning filters. So you get a gold and a silver one, each changing the IAM's tuning at the hardware level. You get dampened trebles with the gold one and a wider, more open sound stage with the silver tuning filter. I went with the silver ones all the way during testing though. The shell is made of CNC aluminum if I'm not mistaken, plus it feels so cold to the touch and maybe oil magnets, but that's fine. The shell is relatively small, so that was a good thing for me being a small dude. Seal was okay for my ears, again thanks to my black ear tips. They're pretty comfortable having them for hours and hours long for music and gaming. First off, I did my testing with these together with my FiO BTR13 on flat EQ. This has a soundstage that has its pros and cons. And starting with the cons, I don't think this is an IEM for bass heads. My ears tell me they lean more towards the balanced tuning, and with that said, given the triple driver configuration, sound separation was really well implemented here. I don't want to overly hype this thing, but imagine explosions left and right, gunshots all around, and still hear footsteps on the other side of a wall. I personally do not hear any overpowering frequencies, and I think this was very finely tuned. Now, as I said, this is not for bass heads, but don't get me wrong, this to me does not lack in bass. I hear more of a focus on rumbles than punch, and I'm not a bass head, so I might have a bias towards non-bassy tunings, but I'm trying to stay as objective as possible. On to mids, the upper mid-range is mostly prominent, ensuring vocals don't get drowned out when listening to music, or when gaming enhances voices of teammates and in-game voices. On to treble, it's worth mentioning that I am not tremble sensitive, yet if you are, I recommend the gold tuning filters. Treble on this thing is just right. No noticeable shimmering or peaks, just smooth highs that complement the other frequencies. Overall, in my arsenal, this is the best sounding IEM as of date. SIMGOT just got a new fan here, and I would love to be testing more of SIMGOT's IEMs in the future because, bro, this wide soundstage is exactly what my ears are looking for. I only wish more ear tips were added to the box, but that's fine. I have my own ear tips anyways. And if you're a gamer looking for an IEM for your gaming needs, and you don't have an equalizer, you might want something that has more bass in it. You're going to want kind of overpowered low frequencies, as most of the footsteps in games are around the 200 Hz mark, but this depends on game audio, position, and in-game distance. If you have an equalizer though, and you're using this EW300 from SIMGOT, boost up 200 Hz, and boy oh boy, you get a really good monitor. The dynamic driver that does the bass really gives out a very sinister rumble that would get you immersed, especially in horror or FPS games. The planar and the PZT, on the other hand, do a good job side by side to ensure voices and other necessary frequencies are equally pronounced without overshadowing each other. Magnificent tuning and driver configuration. Anyways, that's all I've got to say. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Links are in the description on where to get your own SIMGOT EW300. I'll see you guys again next time.